Manchester United smiles despite only having 40% possession at home in that game. Arsenal 47 touches in the United penalty area compared to 17 from United, and Arsenal 6 more shots but only 3 on target, and ultimately United winning by 3 goals to 1. What a day for Anthony on his Manchester United debut, his first experience of Old Trafford. Eriksen was right at the hub of it, and he, of course, was at the end of it with those 2 goals that proved absolutely pivotal. And here are the post-match thoughts of Marcus Rashford.
Marcus, after that awful start to the season, to win the last 4 on the trot and beat the team, the league leaders that have won every single game, how much does that say Manchester United really are back on track?
Obviously, it's a massive game anyway against Arsenal. The fact that they've had such a good start to the season, man, it was a big test for us today, and we showed up and we stood up to the challenge. So we can all be proud of ourselves today. And obviously, it's a short turnaround now between the games, but it's good to get into a rhythm of things and keep playing games. Just how stiff was that challenge today? It was tough. They're a good team. They know the principles of plays, and they're very good at it. They're a good possession-based team. Offer a lot of difficulties with players dropping deep in the pockets and have some attacking threats. So it's obviously a difficult game, and it's what we expected. So we have to be up for the challenge. For you, what swung the balance? To be honest, I thought it was an even game. I think there was big spaces in the first half. We didn't manage to exploit them, but the game was fairly even in the second half. We managed to exploit the spaces, and that's what made the difference. We had to try and do that a little bit more and look for that a little bit more in the first half, but we're pleased that it came in the second half and we could do good things with the space that we've seen. Talk about the space as a striker. Were you comfortable when Arsenal had a lot of possession? Were you always confident you would get an opportunity on the counter, particularly when you've got players like Eriksen and Fernandes feeding you? Yeah, listen, we've got some excellent passes of the ball, and as long as we make 3, 4, 5 runs, we're going to get the ball basically. So we might not get it the first couple of times, but we have to keep going for 90 minutes. And it's tough, and we have to try and give them possession in spaces where they can't hurt us, because like I said before, they're a very dangerous team. We tried to give the ball at the back and let them have a little bit of time there, and then try and press and close them on one side. But as you can see, there's a couple of times today that they got through the press, and they are electric when they get going. So it's really important for us to keep going. And like you said, when them players are on the ball, Bruno, Chris, it's important to make runs and give them options, and we managed to do that today. Was it a throwback for you 6 years ago, 2 goals for you against Arsenal? Yeah, it's been a long time that I've not scored against Arsenal, so I didn't realise it had been that long until before the game. It was something that I was looking to do this year, I'm happy that I managed to get the goals. As well as the points, what do you take out of today? Togetherness is the big thing for me. We win. You only win these types of games when you're within a team. I think we've shown in the last few games, being 1-0 up, that we can see a game out. But we had to be a team to be more ruthless really and get more goals. We got 2 more goals in the second half, and we could have had a couple more as well. So definitely something to work on, something to build on, and we're looking forward to the next game. And what does it mean to you personally to see the goals going in once again? Yeah, it's a great feeling. You do miss it as a player, and I'm just hoping I can stay fit, stay healthy, and keep putting performances out like that. Great stuff. Well done today, Marcus. Thank you.
Marcus Rashford talking about the service he was getting there and some sublime balls. One of those, of course, was from the captain, Bruno Fernandes, who we can talk live to now at Old Trafford. Bruno, thanks for joining us. Well done. Congratulations. How significant a win does that feel?
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. Obviously, a big win. Arsenal is being really, really good this season. Obviously, we knew that it's a great game for us to win. Everyone was expecting a different result, probably. But we did what we have to do. We did our job. We did it great. As Marcus said, togetherness today was key. It's been key in the last wins, and has to keep it the same way.
Brilliant moment for Anthony on his first experience of Old Trafford. You were involved in the build-up to that goal as well.
Yeah. Everyone knows what we can expect from Anthony. We know he's still a really young player. He has to adapt to the Premier League, but anyway, we know what we can expect from him. We know that he has qualities. We know that he will give us goals, assists, and some tricks too.
Lovely finish today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was from everyone, I think. Obviously, it was something that we've been missing in the last few games, scoring more than 1 goal. Today we get it 3. We're really happy for the lads that scored today, but we know that everyone here has the capability to score goals, and we hope that we can score many more goals.
All right, Bruno, Paul Scholes, well done again.
Thank you very much, Bo.
It looks like we're really set up to be a counter-attacking team with so much pace going forward. Is that something you're enjoying being involved in?
Of course, for me it's something amazing. Obviously, when you get space behind with these kind of players, they have pace. It's about eating the grass, not even eat the players. So you can see in the goal that Marcus scored, and even with Christian, that is not the fastest player, but he has the right timing on the run. It's easy for us that we play the long balls. Obviously, I know that sometimes I will probably miss the pass like I did in the first half. I had the chance to put Marcus 1v1 with the keeper and I missed it, but I did it in the second half, and he gets his goal, so I'm really happy for that. But as I said, with these kind of players, it's really easy to make the passes.
You're saying you did it in the second half. Don't be too modest. What about that pass?
It's something Marcus knows. Marcus knows that every time I get on the ball, he has to go in the space. I will try to feed my players every time, and he knows. I told him many times, Marcus, I don't care if I miss 10 passes. If the next one is right for you, I know that you will score. So let the blame stay on me, and you focus on when you get the pass, score the goal.
Hi Bruno, it's Micheal Owen speaking. I was just wondering whether you've been used to, in the past, maybe playing in front of the likes of Fred and McTominay, but now with Christian Eriksen just dropping back into that holding role, he actually seems to find you a lot more. How good is having him playing the balls into you?
Obviously, I think Fred is doing an amazing job. Obviously, they've been much criticised when we don't get the results. It's too easy to blame sometimes certain players, but I think they've been amazing. Obviously, Christian is really good on the ball. Everyone knows that. He was obviously more a 10 than an 8, and he has the quality. We saw it in the goal that I scored for Rashi. I did the pass for Rashi. It was a first touch from him. The first goal is a great pass from him between the lines also. And as I said before, he has the right timing to go to do the deep runs. He can play with both feet. He's an amazing player. He showed that at Tottenham. He showed it at Inter, and now good for us at Brentford too. Sorry, and obviously for us, it's amazing having him on the team. But as I said before, I think Fred and Scott did an amazing job, and they're still doing an amazing job. And I could have scored in the last moment if I had a little bit more legs from a pass from Fred.
And just finally, on the subject of Christian, he was obviously the subject of that foul in the first half. We saw you go straight to the referee. Did you see that foul straight away? Were you satisfied the right outcome came along?
No, I just went to the referee because I don't know, by 3-4 minutes before he did a foul. He gave a foul on Martinelli here in the sideline for someone who pushed him. I just said if you give a kind of foul like that, you have to carry on and be in the same line all game. You can't give one and after you don't give the other one. So just that he can give that foul or not, but if he does in the one of Martinelli, he has to give that one too for me.
Brilliant, well played. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you very much to everyone.
No problem. Bruno Fernandes live at Old Trafford for you after that 3-1 win against Arsenal. Let's get back to the first goal, because you loved Anthony's finish, didn't you, at the end of it? And he was saying that they've already seen that in a couple of sessions in training.
Yeah, listen, I'll get it, put it out there. It's a simple finish for somebody like him. He's got a big area to hit. It's coming at him in a perfect angle, quite soft. It's on his left foot, doesn't have to do much, and he gets a natural bend on it, so he can actually set it out even further outside the post. I mean, the build-up was even more impressive. The ball into Fernandes there from Christian Eriksen was brilliant. And do you know what? It was quite similar in effect to the last goal they scored against Leicester, but from the other side. A pass from out wide into the centre and then to the third man. But this is the area that Fernandes gets in, this little corridor between defence and midfield. First touch away from danger, and then he sets everybody free. But this angle that he's running in on here, he would love a chance like that every game. I'm telling you, he'd score 9 out of every 10 of those chances. It's a simple enough finish for a man of his quality.
And on your debut, and you've cost £82 million, I mean, how important is that particular moment for him now to get that off his back?
It's so nice to get off the mark straight away. He did okay. Look, he didn't have a lot of the ball, and Manchester United didn't have a lot of possession, but what he did, he seemed to do quite well. I think it's a good point there about Eriksen going back into midfield. You know, if Bruno Fernandes is in them positions, in them number 10 positions, he's not getting the ball last 2 or 3 weeks when it's been Fred and McTominay. But now with Eriksen, he's got that. Plays on the half turn, and we did a big piece about it. Plays on the half turn, he's always looking forward. We'll see with the third goal, I think, as well, possibly where he plays a nice little pass around the corner. It makes such a difference for these type of players, for these number 10s, to have somebody looking up, seeing them, and being able to deliver the ball into him. And Eriksen certainly provided that for Bruno.
Second half, Arsenal were on top, Jack, and the goal was coming, and Saka was the one who got it. At this stage, you were confident of the Gunners going on, weren't you?
Yeah, at the start of the second half, you know, it was all us really. It felt at times it was attack v defence, and we were just waiting for that right moment. It came. Man United tried to play out from the back. Arsenal got their press right. And yeah, it was a great ball from, I think it was Odegaard, to find him in the space that Varane had run out from. Good run from, yeah, there we see it, Varane would have been there, but he tried to step in. Great pass. And yeah, then at that point, it felt like Arsenal were going to go on to win the game.
I think in those situations, if you're a centre-half, I don't mind centre-halves coming out with the ball, but you've got to be extra secure. I mean, they've basically exploited the gap that he was in. He would never have been. They wouldn't have even attempted that pass if Varane had still been in there. And as I say, don't mind people taking that risk. That's fine, but you have to be very, very secure. If you're going to come out with the ball as a centre half, you have to keep possession. Otherwise, it can be in the back of your net 2 seconds later.
But you mentioned the counter attack, 2-1. Are we allowed to describe this ball as Scholes-esque?
You can do if you want. I'll take it, Steve. Yeah. Do you know, you look down the years. We looked at all them stats, and these big games. You know, the amount of times we played in these big games, and we don't have a lot of possession. It's all about doing the things correctly, getting to the ball, and winning games by adding substance rather than style. We win. You look down the years, Man United, they've never ever relied on being a possession-based team. They're not a City, they're not a Barcelona. They win games, big games especially, by being ruthless when they have chances. And you know, it's been seen over the years. This team possibly hasn't been as ruthless as it should be. What a pass from Bruno! And Marcus seems to be getting his confidence back. He's had a really quiet spell of late, but in these big games especially, he seems to really liven up, and it's a little bit of a lucky finish in the end, I suppose, a little bit of deflection, but I'm glad for him, I'm happy for him, just hope he can kick on now.
Bruno was never going to say it when I asked him the question before, but you know, both of those goals there that he had a massive hand in, both come from passes from Eriksen, and then Eriksen again breaking out of that line here for the third goal. I mean, the little ball that he played through for the second one was just as good as the through ball, in my opinion, and it looked so simple. He makes things look so simple. And do you know what, on this third goal, you never had any doubt, did you, that he was going to make the right decision? Some players, you're just comfortable when they're in possession. You know that they're going to make the right choices. You know they're going to lift their head up, and you know they're going to have the right weight, the right time, and he just makes that look easy. I tell you what, loads of players will mess that up. Whether they hit it too hard, whether they pass it too late and their mate runs offside, they shoot themselves, whatever. You just know Eriksen always makes the right decisions.
OK, so that is the 100% record over for Arsenal. Let's see what their manager thinks about it. Here are the thoughts of Micheal Arteta.
Micheal, that's your winning run come to an end. What did you make of today?
Really disappointed to lose the game, especially after what happened throughout 95 minutes. We had some big periods we were totally dominant, and the moments that we were in total control, and not only that, dominating, creating chance after chance, we didn't close the game. And in any moment, you know, when they have open spaces, they're going to hurt you.
Was it not closing the game out or not defending that you think that cost you?
Both, in both boxes was the big difference. They had 3 big chances, scored 3 goals. We have numerous arrivals, chances after chance, and domination, and we didn't score enough goals.
Even when you were 1-0 down, you were still fairly comfortable?
I think we have a period in the first 80 minutes that we struggled and we didn't control the game. After that, it was a loss. After 1-1, it was a loss. And then the best moment, when I throw in we lose the ball in a really difficult place after playing in areas where we don't have to play that kind of ball, give the ball away in one pass, they are through.
Strangely enough, did you start a bit jittery, but the disallowed goal got you going, gave you belief? And what's your opinion on the VAR intervention that saw that goal chalked off?
lack of consistency. What is soft? Last week they made a foul on Aaron, but it's soft. And there is not a foul, it's a penalty on Bukayo, then it's soft, then it's not a penalty. And today this is a foul. And the threshold in the first actions, you could see there were some strong tackles. There is no yellow card because they wanted to put the threshold because it's a big game. So really difficult to understand.
At 2-1, you made the triple sub. Was that a gamble?
No, that was part of the options that we have, the way we want to play, the players that we could believe that he could affect, but we didn't have any time. They scored after 2 or 3 minutes straight after that.
Did that substitution make you more open? Because it was a very attacking triple sub.
I don't think so. The way we were playing, we had the same numbers in the back line against the last players that they had. We have other profiles, but I don't think that was the case.
What's your biggest frustration from today?
That we should come here and win the game, the way we play.
Because of the quality you put out there?
Because of the performance, because to come here with these boys and play the way they have played and dominate the game the way they have to play, when you are here, you want to be at the top, you have to win the game.
So if anything, you feel more vindicated than disappointed?
100%.
Thanks, Micheal.
Thank you.
You can feel his frustration, can't you, Jack?
Yeah, and he's right. I think when you go to Old Trafford, and I've been there so many times, like Paul said, then United aren't a team who are going to dominate possession. They're dangerous on the counter-attack. In transition moments they are, and I've been there and come away from the game and thought we've dominated possession but we've got nothing, and that's tough to take. And I think in the bigger picture going forward, the players will learn from that, the young players of Arsenal, and then they'll go there in the future and hopefully convert them chances and that domination into a win.
He said the VAR decision in the first half he found very difficult to understand. You've seen it again and again. You haven't changed your opinion either?
No, I said that same thing at half time. I think it's very soft. I mean, I don't think it's a foul. I know Michael thinks it could be and could be given either way. I don't think it's a foul. I think he's realised that he's going to lose the ball and sort of gone to ground. Yeah, tough to take.
And this is the exact point, isn't it? You know, whether I think it's sort of 55% of a foul and Jack maybe thinks it's 45% of foul, just not. That is the point. There's a grey area. Scholes.
So it's not clear.
Exactly. You can't bring something back and re-referee a game if it's not clear and obvious. It was just this. VAR was brought in for howlers, for absolute making a big mistake. And it's, oh wow, we've made a howler here, we've got to go back and rectify it. Not little challenges like that. That is re-refereeing the game. And whether I think it's just a foul or Jack thinks it's just not, that actually is vindication of why it shouldn't have gone back. It should have been a goal for Arsenal.
Yeah, I totally agree. It should have been a goal. Why he's even been told to go look at the camera, I don't know. He's made the decision. Why appoint him as referee if you're not going to go with his decision? He's 10 yards away from him. It's a little soft touch. You can see if you do go and slow it right down and go to them, you probably could give it a foul. But real time, it's not a foul. It's annoying. I'm sure it's annoying for Jack. It's annoying for the Arsenal players as well. And the Arsenal team, of course it is. But I go back to the possession where they're saying he's in control of the game with his interview there. It doesn't matter. There's so many teams in these big games. Jack will tell you, Michael will tell you, they come away from Old Trafford a lot of times in big games thinking, how have we not won that game? We've played great. But at United, it's more about a determination more than anything. We know the talent's there, but it's getting up to people, it's stopping people, it's being solid at the back. Having that solid back four now is helping them. Martinez coming out of that might be a bit of a worry going forward, but there's so many teams who come and think they've played better, had more chances. Arteta's raging, and they probably have, but it doesn't matter. You've got to score more goals. And United, when they were given a chance, were ruthless.
Yeah.